They've got a lot of debt, and this has been an issue for a while. Remember, we're talking about a company that really expanded fast by borrowing. We saw, I think it was sort of at the start of 2024, the value of that debt or the pricing on that debt start to go down. Its main issue that it has out right now is a debt due in 2027. It's trading at about 50 cents on the dollar. It's got another issue it due in 2028 that's trading down around 39 cents on the dollar. So basically, distressed debt at this point. And it's dropped pretty fast since, say, late 2024. And that was largely because of reporting by Bloomberg that the company had engaged in talks with Moelis and Kirkland and Ellis about some plans for restructuring. And that was never confirmed with Allen Media Group at the time. However, now the news story today that is out by Bloomberg reporters, also citing people familiar with the situation, that there is indeed a deal with Moelis to help facilitate the sale of some of those stations. Now, it's not clear if it's all 28 stations, but right now that portfolio is about 28 stations, down from about 36 just about a year ago.
Tim mentioned that this is about taking advantage of deregulation or potential deregulation in the broadcast business. Is there really deregulation going on?
This is really complicated. I don't know. Byron Allen's a very colorful figure. We talk about, I mean, he was a comedian. He has kind of the great distinction of being actually the youngest comedian, by the way, to ever appear on The Tonight Show.
Okay.
He's 18 years old.
And he's still performing. He's got a new show coming out soon.
He still performs. Yeah. He still performs. But at some point in the late 80s, 1990s, he hit upon this idea that you can kind of create really low-cost content, and you can get the local stations to pick it up for next to nothing, with the caveat that they would air this at like midnight or 2 a.m., and then he would get the ad revenue. He took this idea from his kitchen table. He's told this story plenty of times with his mother effectively acting as his secretary, and built this into a $1 billion business. His net worth now, based on Bloomberg estimates, $700 to $800 million. Now, in that process, he started to buy up a lot of local stations. He bought up the Weather Channel. He bought up all of these sort of individual, very niche types of broadcast operations, with this idea that, yes, they were niche, yes, they were small, but you can make money off of that. Now, what we're seeing over the last couple of years, Tim and Emily, is that the ability to make money off of that, at least in terms of being able to service the debt that he took out to buy those things, maybe not quite in sync.
So it raises the question, too, about just what the market looks like in terms of buyers for these local stations. This isn't the 1990s anymore.
No.
Media is diversified, it's stratified. You've got a lot of young people looking at their phones instead of looking at the bigger screen in the home.
Yeah.
And that's an issue when it comes to valuations.
And this gets to the idea of scale as well. Remember, Allen has tried several times to sort of scale up. He made a bid for Paramount. He made a bid for some assets from Sinclair. And then there was a big Tenga deal that he felt that also fell through. And I think that was a big part of this. You know, we've been trying to get Allen on the phone today. And we should point out that, you know, we are reaching out to him for comment. He has not responded just yet. But this was a big part of the strategy, was to try to scale up. And I do wonder if the inability to do that may have hurt them. When you look at Sinclair, which is basically one of the biggest owners of local stations in the U.S., they're faring a little bit better. They have their own financial issues, but they tend to be faring a little bit better. And that might just be because of the breadth of what they have.